Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Pop-Pop.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Matt. I'm Daniel. And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm. But one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. It's okay, girls. It's okay. Just breakfast time. It's okay. It's okay, girls. I'm just walking. You guys are starting to calm down a little bit. That's good. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to have you. We're just getting finished off with morning chores, and I'm currently on a walk through the new batch of chickens, trying to see if I can find any freshly laid eggs. There's a chance that they could start laying in the next couple days, and I just wanted to see if there was any early layers in here. Usually it takes about 3 to 4 weeks, but you never know. We like to check and make sure that first egg is an exciting one to find. Not saying there's a competition, but Dad, he tries to find it every single year. He looks pretty diligently, so I'm trying to beat him to it this year. Maybe I can find the first egg. We were just in the farm market checking on a few things, making sure we had all our orders taken care of. Believe it or not, we still are harvesting stuff. The freeze that we had not too long ago, it did some damage, but we're still able to pick a little bit. In the upcoming days though, our temperatures are really gonna be dropping again, and this might be it. What we're off to do right now is check on 2 things. One, we need to make sure we have enough cabbage for an upcoming order. We've picked so much cabbage and there's not that much in the field. And the other thing is we're trying to see if we have green beans yet. Those plants got hit pretty hard with that freeze. We need to see if the beans are still okay to pick because we have people looking for them. So that's where we're off to next. And then after that, I'm not 100% sure. What do you think we're gonna be picking?
We need potatoes. We're out of potatoes.
Can you believe that? Out of potatoes. What a wild day.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love it. We're now at the green beans, and the funny thing about this planting of green beans was this was our last planting for the year. Every single time we do a late planting like this, we're never 100% sure that we're gonna be able to harvest it. This is just if everything is going the way it should be, we should be able to harvest. Now there are beans hanging here, but upon a closer inspection, we're beginning to notice a lot of rust on these beans, which is due mostly from moisture sitting on them. As much as we'd love to go through and harvest these, they're just not gonna taste as good as they should. And because of the disease that is settling in on them, it's just not gonna be a good idea to get them picked. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to fill that order. But at this point in the year, what more can you ask for? It is getting pretty late. What are you thinking? Are the cabbages big enough?
Yeah, we can get them a bin, and then there's stuff here for us, yeah. We're getting cabbage pretty well cut off.
Yeah?
Not much left.
That's good. We like a clean harvest. That's a sauerkraut head right there if I've ever seen one. There's another one up there.
There's one there and one there.
Last thing we were expecting to find this morning, bonus broccoli. Look at that.
You need to go get a knife and a basket. Let's go.
I can't leave this stuff out here. At this point in the year, if we leave it there any longer, the deer are likely to find it. What a nice head of broccoli. Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to find this out here this morning. What a good deal. And the fact that it looks so nice, that's the best part. Beautiful broccoli. One thing we definitely have to get picked this morning is a basket of hot cherry peppers. We actually have an order for it, and the peppers still look somewhat nice, so that's where we're off to next. That's good right here. Well, that wasn't too hard to find the hot cherry peppers. It's pretty easy to see them now that all the leaf coverage is gone. And it may look like we're able to take everything here, but we have to be very careful because all the peppers that were red, they are very, very soft, and they're actually starting to rot from the inside out. We were able to find some red, but mostly green. The green ones are a little firmer. They last longer. If we come through and get another frost, though, this stuff's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Since there's no leaf coverage, everything that gets frosted gets a direct hit, and a lot of the stuff that was on the bottom we were able to save, but the stuff on the top, not so much. Now it's Dad's favorite time of the year where he throws hot peppers at everyone. It hurts to see the crop looking like this. I hate this. I hate it because I feel like there's so much here. But we have to remember, we went through and picked this stuff 6, 7, 8 times, maybe more than that. And the fact that the peppers just continue to grow back, it helps us to appreciate we're doing a pretty good job this year, but still don't like seeing it like this. Very recently, I've had a lot of people ask me, when am I gonna make the video on cowboy candy? And I just haven't had time. I do need to get it done sooner rather than later though, because some of these peppers are starting to get soft. We definitely don't want that. Now, a lot of you are probably curious about all these peppers out here. What are we gonna be doing? We actually have had some friends come out and do some picking, and we've got some more friends showing up and doing picking. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people out here taking as much as they want. It's sad. It's sad, but this is part of it. You know, we pick so much and it just grows back. It's funny how that works. But yes, for those that are curious, cowboy candy video, I'm working on it. Just gotta find the time. I'm a busy guy. As you can see, our next job brings us out here to the potato field. Now, the last time we were out here, we actually got all of the red potatoes completely harvested off. And usually once you finish off a crop like that, there's a lot of excitement. But for us, we knew that it just meant more work. Once we got finished off with the red, we now have to get all the yellow and white potatoes out of the ground sooner rather than later. If it starts to freeze constantly, it puts these potatoes in real danger. There's kind of a brief window as to when we want to be harvesting these potatoes. We want our ground temperature to be touching 50 degrees. We don't want it freezing. We don't want it too warm. If the potatoes are too warm, it makes it a lot harder to store them. So if you harvest them while the ground's warmer, it's harder to store. Now, if we had like a professional storage area, if we were storing, you know, tons and tons of potatoes, that would be a different story. The reason why we had to wait a little bit longer to harvest these is so that our ground temperature would come down, and it makes it a lot easier on us, who doesn't have a professional storing area for these potatoes, to store them for as long as possible. That's when it does become more of a danger for us though, because as many of you know, potatoes are made up of a large percentage of water. So if they freeze, it's not good because the cell structure of the potato breaks down and the potatoes actually have a higher chance of rotting if they freeze. So we want to make sure we get them all out of the ground before our temperatures really start to dip low. We can handle a couple days where the ground will freeze, but if it's a constant thing, these potatoes, they get in real danger. So in the upcoming videos, you will probably see a lot of potato harvest, and there's nothing I can do about that because the potatoes really need to get out of the ground. This is one of those jobs that some people will say this doesn't look like fun, and I won't lie to you, it's not the most exciting, but we only do it for a few weeks out of the year, and we only have, you know, a couple days where we're really picking as much as we are. So, you know, it's not gonna be that bad of a thing. We'll probably be sore by the end of it, but like many other jobs on the farm, this doesn't last forever. With all four of us here picking up potatoes, that went relatively quick. We're gonna be loading these onto the wagon, taking them back to the farm, dumping them in the hopper, and we have to wash potatoes because we don't have any ready to bag. We've got plenty of red back at the farm, but we've got to get these yellow potatoes back there because we have none, and people are looking for potatoes. Just got our wagon filled up with potatoes. We're gonna get these back to the farm and get them in the washer. When we left to bring the potatoes back to the farm to get them washed, Daniel hopped back in the tractor. He was getting another row of potatoes harvested. So we're gonna head back there. We've got a few bins on the back of the truck and we're gonna put whatever we pick up into the bins. We just got all the baskets that we had available filled up and we've ran out of time for the morning. It is now lunch. So we're gonna head home, get something to eat, and then get the rest of these potatoes picked up this afternoon. What are we making, Grammy? Ooh, that looks delicious. And that looks delicious. We got some halushki and we got some burgers. Is this deer burger?
Yeah.
Deer burger. Woo! Did you see that? I just drove through your cornfield.
Yeah, you're setting a bad example.
Yeah, don't drive through cornfields. That's a sweet cornfield we don't use anymore. Don't drive through cornfields, kids. We've been making a few trips back and forth from the farm to the field, just picking up potatoes, putting them in the hopper. Now we've got bins out here, and we're gonna be taking all the potatoes that we've picked and dumping them into the bins. It's definitely gonna be a lot of potato harvesting today, but that's okay with me because this field right here behind me, this is all potatoes that need to be harvested. Still picking potatoes up off the ground. We had taken 2 rows and put them together. The special tool that we use, it's called a windrower. So we took 2 and combined them. So there is a lot of potatoes here in the middle. And you can see how far apart the baskets are while we're picking here. I mean, there's potatoes everywhere. I'm happy with what we're getting here. I mean, you can see there's just potatoes all over the place. I'm happy with what we're getting. And these potatoes are at a great size. And we didn't irrigate these once. And we had a pretty dry summer. So I don't even want to know what these would have looked like if we were watering them the whole time. Oh, it would have been crazy. And here we have the 4 bins of potatoes that we got harvested today, plus 2 bins that we had dumped into our hopper. So we got 6 altogether. This is just the start. We're gonna be digging a lot more potatoes. I'm happy with what we've got today. We spent a lot of time out here this afternoon just picking potatoes up off the ground. I picked up some very important helpers on the way home. We got Mommy, and then we got Lily and Ronnie. Callie is not here today. Callie went to the zoo with Aunt Becky and Aunt Kimberly. Isn't that nice? We love that. We're all finished off with work and we are now home. We just got finished off with dinner. Lauren made an amazing potato soup. It was so good. My belly's full. Callie's not home yet, so she's not gonna be in the video today, but this is where we're gonna be ending it. We would like to thank everyone for watching and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.